Welcome to another edition of Six Piece Fried Hard with your host, James Crowder. I'm sure you guys don't know who I am, but you'll soon learn. We're going to talk in depth about family, friendships, finances, some current events, more importantly, how we move and shape the culture forward. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and be on the lookout for more videos coming soon.
I hit you with a 6 beats. Bing, 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 bing. I hear your pockets jingling.
At the end of the day, we just want to help. We just want to serve. We just want to lend our voices to what's going on. And the best way to do it is to keep shooting this content. For me, personally, I have 2 younger kids, 2 boys, and they look up to us and they demand more from us. As older men now, I think that's the best way to give back. And so that's why we're bringing you 6 Piece Fried Hard, where we're giving you our real, raw, authentic views, our viewpoints on certain topics. Finance is very important. Financial literacy, very important. Family, how we bring back the family dynamic, man. It's a lot going on as far as relationships. You know, I see everywhere gender wars, and we got to get back to loving each other, and that's the real. We need y'all as women. Y'all need us. You know, and we got to come back to the drawing board. So stay tuned for what we got in store for you guys. I look forward to 2026 and what everything is entailed. I look forward to having these dialogues, these conversations, not only with the team, but, you know, reaching out to several different experts, you know, whether it be in the real estate realm, the education realm, talking to the younger generation. You know, I know a couple of young guys that I've, you know, reached out to that just need the knowledge, man, that need the experience. And I just think it's important to talk. And so we use our resources and we bring these to you. So this is all, for me, this is all fresh, this is all new. But it's important. And like, I got to get back into just really lending my voice to certain, you know, reference points that I see culturally. We know what we're dealing with. From up top and what we're dealing with, you know, on a minor scale, but I think it's important that we address it and that we take care of it, you know, before it becomes a major problem. So we're gonna bring different topics, different ideas, different viewpoints. There's gonna be some hard conversations. There's gonna be some real conversations. There's gonna be some conversations with different, you know, people that may disagree with, you know, how life is moving, but the conversations need to be had, and I think it's important. So stay tuned. You know, look forward to the footage, to the content, to the raw elements that's necessary. We put 6 Piece Fried Hard together as a collective to lend our voices, right? And so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dive deep. We're gonna give you the recipes for success. The point of this is to cook up about what we got going on in society right now. You know, and we're gonna bring it to you, real raw, real authentic, just real, and it's got to be heard. It's necessary. So stay tuned. Why do you think we need 6 Piece Fried Hard?
I say because I want to put out. I like positivity, but I like realness as well. Yeah. I want us to talk about the real stuff that's going on in the world, not just the fabricated life that people are just seeing on social media. I don't really like to delve too much into like negativity. You know, everybody is geared more so toward like negativity and stuff like that. I don't really care about that. I just want to talk more about the real, like the real life situations. That's why, you know, we got another playlist called Solutions. You know, like how we gonna have solutions to these problems that we got going on. 6 Piece Fried Hard. Let's talk about some real stuff too. You know, we can talk about, you know, I like it with you a little bit older than Solutions.
For sure.
E22,
for sure.
You mid-30s, you know
sure.
what I'm saying? Not gonna give out your age or nothing like that. You know,
he says, big dog, it's all good.
Mid-30s, you know.
Pushing 40, it's all good.
Pushing 40, so this is gonna talk to another demographic of
For
people,
sure,
you know. So that's the basic of it. That's kind of like my feelings behind that.
Yeah. And I'm not to cut you off, but I know you said you didn't want to go over the negative elements of it, but I think it's important to at least address the negatives, right? Because if we don't address the problems, then we'll never get to the solutions, right?
And see, what I meant by that is when I said the world is driven by negativity, I meant like fight videos.
For sure.
In people bashing other people's videos.
For sure.
One thing I'm hating on social media, and that's also I spend so little time on it, is when I'm seeing black people making fun and bashing other black people.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, God damn, like we get it enough from everybody else. Can we?
Right.
And even as far as like going to like Diddy and other stuff like that, not condoning shit Diddy did.
Facts.
I'm not condoning anything, but I don't see a lot of the same energy when somebody of a different race
For sure.
is, convicted of something like that, or
sure.
convicted of anything at all. I don't see us speaking so loudly about that, and I don't see I'm not on social media a lot, so it's a lot that I do miss, but I don't see necessarily a lot of other races that tear down each other like how we do.
You know what's crazy, man? I've been sitting on this for a little bit. We gotta be one of the only races that will pit each other against each other. And what I mean by that is, we argue so much about who's the GOAT, right? Instead of appreciating the greatness in each and every person that's made it, right? It's like we get to the pinnacle, and now we gotta put a label on who's the best, right? Why can't Michael Jordan be the GOAT? Why can't LeBron be the GOAT?
Right.
Why can't Kobe be the GOAT? And we do so much of comparison that we naturally compete and tear each other down in doing so. Because when we say the GOAT topics, instead of talking about the greatness, we talk about things that diminish their value, right? LeBron never did this. He never got to 6. Instead of celebrating how great each and every person is. And it's not just sports. It could be Mike versus Prince, right? We got to be the only race that does that, man. I don't see in other races where everyone isn't celebrated, right? You don't say this person is the best actor, but this person is this, that, and the we don't do that, We get to our race, Denzel the best actor, or Samuel Jackson, who's the GOAT? Yeah. And I know it's typical in barbershops, and that's what keep the things relevant. But I have a great disdain for that, man, because by doing so, like you said, we bring up the negatives, and I don't like that, man. We can all be great, and we should all be great, and we should celebrate each other's greatness. And almost to the fault of now we don't even appreciate the level, the work, the discipline, the dedication it takes to even reach that height, And so we got to get back to just celebrating each other, man. Whether it's on a smaller scale or on a larger scale. But you're right, it is so much self-deprecation. It's almost like we dim somebody else's light to put a shine on our own, And God already put the light on us. Yeah. We just got to walk in it. And so that's what we having conversations about. I didn't put it in the 6 topics, but at the head of all of the topics is going to be faith for me. Faith is the number one thing. Without faith, there is no finances for me. Family can go by the wayside if there's no faith, man, because you need that. Current events, it's all relative. And so we got to get back to putting God first, in our daily disciplines, because without it, man, we're in a world of trouble, and you kind of see it. And so that's why we want to have these conversations. 6 Piece not just a podcast to me; it's a movement. It's a rededication to living life the right way. And so we got to get back to that. Not to piggyback off what you were saying or contrast to what you were saying, but what you were saying was real. Negativity is highlighted in social media, and I do partake in some of it. I could be sitting on the couch watching baddies, and it's cool to look at, but we feed into the negativity. It's almost pushed upon us, man. The narrative's nonstop. With the Diddy thing, like you said, we're not condoning any of his actions, but you're right. Everybody else problems, faults, limitations aren't put under the microscope. You know, why is that? You know, why is it just the black man that's being front and center to all the negativity?
Right.
You know, you got kids looking up, you know, to celebrities, and all they see is the negativity. Yeah. They don't see the greatness. You know, and I'm not speaking on Diddy specifically, but you know, it's a lot of celebrities that doing positive things outside of what we see, whether it's on a basketball court or in a studio or in a music booth. Like, it's a lot, you know, feeding into the school systems, giving back to the communities. Like, you rarely see that highlighted. And so that's what we need to do. You know, that's what it's about. You know, it's about putting it front and center, opposing the negative stuff that you see on a daily basis in social media. And we got to get back to highlighting our strengths, you know, because we are strong. But it starts with us, you know, especially as, like you said, older black man. I am pushing 40, and you know, I see the grays growing in the beard every day. But you know, to me, that's a sign of wisdom and enough experience to know, like, you know, we have shortcomings, but if we don't address them now, it's only gonna get worse. And so that's what we're here for. You know, that's my take on things. We gonna bring you all type of things, man. You know, cause it's a lot out there. It's a lot out there, man. You know, I see the gender wars and how it's being pushed on us every day. You know, from the do's and don'ts to the first dates. Like, it's crazy, bro. I can't take you to cheesecake no more on the first date. So where you want me to take you?
Nice.
What's wrong with Wendy's? Like, what's wrong with Wendy's, bro? You share 4 for 4 with me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that romantic? Then we sharing this fry together. Like, come on, y'all seen Lady in the Tramp? Why we can't do that? You feel me? I got a wine and dine for you on the first date? Come on, I don't even know you. Like, so let's just be real, man. Let's be authentic, man. Let's get back to loving each other for real, man. All this fake superficial stuff that they pushing on us. Why? And we gonna feed right into it. My little boys, by the time they grown, where the hell they gonna take their first dates? If Cheesecake ain't pushing it right now, they're gonna take their girls to the moon. I can't go for that. No, sir. Can't go for it. So let's get back to the real, man. Like, for real. Let's get back to the real. You know, I don't know, man. That's just my thoughts. That's my 2 cents. Y'all gotta pay for the rest later, man. Oh, for sure. Definitely like this video. Subscribe to the channel and look out for more videos coming soon. We plan to feed y'all consistently on a weekly basis, man. Whatever y'all see on social media, we gonna try to highlight it. That's the real. You know, we're gonna try to combat the negative, put a positive spin on it, but also just be real about it. Like, if I agree with it, I'm gonna let it be known. And if I don't, I'm for damn sure gonna let it be known. Like, we gotta get back to being real, man. And so that's what we're gonna do. But again, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and look forward to the next videos we got coming. So look, let's be real. Are you one of those people that like got a resolution every year? Do you believe in that?
You know, I do. I don't want to necessarily call it a resolution, but what I do agree with maybe people calling it, like, okay, a fresh start on the first. You know, okay, let's get all of the BS out. Let's get all of the kinks out on the 31st. Let's get all of this nonsense out, because on the first we about to start fresh. I don't necessarily, again, want to say I call it a resolution.
It's more of a reset.
A reset.
It's a reset.
And because you can do that multiple times throughout the year.
Oh,
I've
for sure.
reset it a few times this year.
Hell, you got
on multiple different things. You know what I'm saying? So
damn that, man. I'm going to the gym tomorrow at 4:30. At 4:30. I'm with all 80 people that's in the gym tomorrow, bro. I don't give a damn.
All of the motherfuckers that just be in the way.
I'm there, bro. I gotta do it. At least it's in my mind. I'm gonna do it. Now we gonna see what it's like. Cause you know, being a little bit older, man, I be trying to stay up to 12 o'clock, but it might not be in the cards this year. Yeah. I did it last year. Last year wasn't that great, so maybe I'll try something different. I'll try something different this year, man. But yeah, as far as resolutions go, if that's what it takes to level up, then so be it. I know we tend to break them right away, but don't feel bad if you do break them. Just reset.
Yeah.
You know, that's at the end of the day, that's really what it is. You know, resetting your mental, putting the goals that you got for the year out there. Man, there's so much power in the tongue, man.
Yes, it is.
You just put it out there in the universe.
It is.
You know, I plan on doing this year. I want to do this. I'm going to do this this year. I'm going to do this month.
Yeah.
And then watch it move. Watch it move. You know, and so if you don't call it a resolution, that's cool. But at least put in motion, you know, your ideas for elevation.
Yeah.
You know, because man, you gotta have a plan. You know, otherwise you'd be stuck in the sand, man. Like, so mine's this year, time management, man. Oh my God.
Okay.
Time management. You know, I do real estate, doing appraisals. I got, like I said, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old. So being a dad, being a husband, you know, it's a lot, man. So I plan on figuring out a way to better my time management. And that's probably been my resolution for like the past 3 years. But, you know, I just keep putting more on my plate every year. And so the more I can balance my time, you know, put a little bit extra on my calendar and stick to it faithfully, I feel like the better I'll be. But, you know, in my field, in real estate, you at the mercy of everybody else. And, you know, my job is to serve everybody else. So whenever you need me, I'm available. And it ain't the easiest, right? So that's I guess my resolution on my reset. This year, for real, I feel like I gotta see a therapist, man. Like, and to be honest with you, I've gotten better over the years. But when you have little ones and you start to see their mannerisms and their personality, and it's a reflection of you, and you like, this the baby version of me, or this the little version of me, and if they don't get it in check by the time they my age, it might be an issue. I gotta fix it, you know. And so seeing that therapist this year, probably, if not at the top of my list, right there, right behind time management. Those two things I wanna balance this year. I wanna get in check. I wanna reset. And so that's gonna help with my mental more than anything. Physically, it is what it is. I'm old, bro. I ain't trying to. I mean, I feel it, bro. Like, people don't wanna call it for what it is, but man, kids put some years on you, bro. Yeah. My kids be rolling cars under the couch. I be reaching under, my back be hurting. Man. Wake up, knees locked up. Like, bro,
you gotta take care of your body. You gotta stretch.
Be hurt, dog. I be hurt, man. So
take care of yourself, man.
You know, so yeah, we'll see what happens physically, man. We start to elevate mentally, everything else will fall in place, man. The physical, you got no choice but to work on the physical with the mental, right? So that's why I'm moving, man. I gotta watch Dave Chappelle.
I just watched that.
Stanley, how was it?
It was good. It was Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
so,
I mean,
yeah,
Dave is Dave.
It was pretty good. Yeah,
Dave is Dave, but I heard there's a lot of controversy in some of them topics, man. So I gotta watch it so we can talk about it next time.
Yeah, definitely watch that. Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts on that.
Dave, one of them dudes, man, real cerebral, man. Like, he gonna bring up current events, and he gonna have a joke where you sit there thinking about it. Like, man, the way he bring the cultural relevance from our history, and how he, you know, bring the parallelism to our history to what's experienced right now, and deliver it in a way where it's comedy, but it's almost storytelling, right? He got to be I don't want to say the GOAT. I just said 10 minutes ago how we always compare, but he got to be one of the best in that, you know. So I gotta watch it, bro. I gotta watch it. But everybody said he had talked about a certain community, and you know, I want to see what he said, because it seemed like he just.
It ain't bad if you talking about the alphabet community, or the trans. No, it is what Dave Chappelle do, and one thing. See, I just think we so sensitive now. Hella shit used to be said way back then, way before. In the 90s and early 2000s, we had way tougher skin. Like, we could say whatever kind of jokes, and we would laugh about it and go on about our day.
I just think it was more comedy back then, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We were less sensitive.
Well, but I mean, I think we was almost desensitized to it because, like I remember Comic View being on BET, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before Uncut, you sit there.
Come on, 9 o'clock every day. I used to watch Comic View every night. Yeah, 9 o'clock on BET.
Before Uncut, boy, I sit there and watch.
Boy, Uncut.
Pretend like I'm asleep right after. Wake up to that swipe, Nelly swiping that booty out. Oh, I'm up now. But Comic View, bro. Yeah. Comic View. We had the Comedy Jam. Yeah. I felt like everybody had a special. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like the comedy shows now are so few and far in between, bro. It's like every word is literally taken, you know, to another extreme because it's common now. Like you know, Cat Williams had a special, Chappelle had a special. All the newer acts are like kind of like social media. You know, I watch a lot of the comedians on social media. You know, from the Desi Banks. What's my guy from the city, man? I love the dude too, bro. Mojo Brooks. But all of them on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I've seen some videos on the Laugh Factory. I got a homie, T Murph. You doing your thing, big dog. I got a lot of homies that's doing the Laugh Factory and stuff like that. But it's like, man, the comedy ain't the same like back then. It was like fronting in our face, really. You know, we would sit up and watch HBO and look for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like now, I don't know if because of social media or because of what it is. Like comedy ain't comedy anymore, bro. Yeah. So I just think we desensitized to it. Like, I don't want to say we desensitized to it, but I just think we sensitive because we don't see it as much. You know, it's all put under the microscope a little bit. You know, every word is taken literally. Like, oh man, Dave Chappelle, did you hear what he said? Did you? Yeah. You know, and then the next special won't come out for another 3 months. You know, and then we're gonna. Kevin Hart got one coming. All right, well, what do we think? Was it good? Was it like? So we just gotta, you know, get back in that zone of putting out more material, man. Same with the music. Yeah. Same with the music, you know. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, man. That's just my thoughts on that, but
yeah, I agree.
It's a whole bunch of stuff to talk about, bro. Yeah. You know, we're gonna get to it. Yeah, I don't want to get y'all everything, you know, on the first episode, but we're gonna get to it, man. If y'all have any suggestions, any ideas, anything y'all want to hear from us about, comment, email us. I'll put the link in the chat, and we go from there. But stay tuned for what we got coming up for you guys. Gucci.
Over and out.
Gucci.